Imagine you're stranded on a deserted island, no fresh water, so you start drinking your own urine. It works for a day, but every time you recycle it, it gets more toxic until it kills you. That's what's happening to artificial intelligence right now. And no, this isn't the water story you've already heard. I'm talking about a different kind of water. The kind AI is made of, and is running out. Fresh, human-made data. The smartest machines we've ever built are dying of thirst, so the entire tech industry is quietly rearranging your whole life to keep them alive. And you're not the customer in this story, you're the water. Here's the thing nobody's selling you AI wants you to know. These models got smart by eating the entire internet. Everything humans ever wrote, filmed, or posted. And they're running out. The researchers who actually study this project that we burn through the good, high-quality human data within a few years. So they started doing the island thing, leaning on data made by other AI, synthetic data.
We lost a node overnight.
The machine sipping its own urine to survive. And there's a name for what's happening, and it's not a conspiracy, and it's called model collapse. When you train AI on AI-generated data over and over, it degrades it. It forgets the rare stuff first, and then it drifts. Then the outputs turn to mush. Researchers proved it mathematically, and the one fix they found, you have to keep injecting fresh human data, real human data. Now, before someone races to the comments with, well, actually, the labs mix in real data and filter it so it doesn't collapse. Exactly. You just made my point for me. The only reason they can't recycle forever, the reason they're desperate to keep folding in real human data, is that without it, the whole thing rots. So the question still doesn't go away. It gets bigger. Where does the endless supply of human fresh data come from? Sit with that. The multi-trillion-dollar AI industry has one non-negotiable requirement to survive: a constant, endless supply of fresh human behavior. And they already strip-mined the internet. So where does this next harvest come from? It comes from watching you, live, all the time. Which brings us to Kylie Jenner.
Take a picture.
In 2026, Meta drops a new line of AI glasses, cameras and mics on your face, recording the world, and they made a very specific choice. On this new line, they dropped the Ray-Ban branding and put Kylie Jenner on it instead. A $399 pair called Starfire. Even gave the AI a voice that sounds like her. 275 million impressions, sold out. And here's the tale. Before Kylie, the people buying camera glasses were like 70% men, and mostly tech guys. After, a fashion product. They didn't change the technology, they just changed who was modeling it. Because they've tried this before, and it failed. Google Glass in 2013, same idea, camera on your face, and America rejected it so hard, they invented a slur for the people who wore them. Glass holes. Now, yeah, it cost $1,500 and rarely did anything, but that's not the part that killed it. The part that killed it is that it looked creepy. It looked like surveillance. So the lesson Silicon Valley learned wasn't don't survey people. It was make surveillance cool. Put it on the most watched woman on the internet, and suddenly the exact same camera in your face isn't as creepy. And here's the piece almost everybody misses. When I say data, you're picturing surveillance, CCTV on every corner, Palantir, satellites, your phone in your pocket. And yet all of that exists, but that's third-person data. The world watching you from the outside. And that kind's everywhere, and it's cheap. It is not what these machines are starving for. What is rare, what's worth a fortune, is first-person data. POV. The world seen through your eyes. Where your gaze actually lands. What your hands reach for. The split-second choices you make moving through a room. A security camera can watch what you cook. It cannot see while you cook. And that first-person view is the exact thing you need to teach an AI to act like a human. And this isn't me theorizing. Meta literally built a data set called Ego 4D. Almost 4,000 hours of first-person footage from people wearing cameras, tracking their gaze, their hands, all of it, specifically to train their models. They told us exactly what they needed. The catch is, there's only one way to harvest point of view at scale. A camera on a human face, pointed exactly where they're looking. You can't pull that off CCTV. You can't buy it. You have to get people to volunteer their own eyeballs, which is why it couldn't look creepy, which is why it had to be fashion, which is why it had to be Kylie. So now connect it all. The machine needs endless, fresh, first-person human data. And they just sold you a fashion accessory whose entire job is to record it. Where you look, what you reach for, how you move through the world, behind your own eyes. You're not wearing a camera, you're wearing a sensor. And you paid $400 for the privilege of being the crop. And it's bigger than the glasses. Look at the entire culture. Streamers who broadcast their entire lives 24/7. Vloggers, get ready with me. We turn being filmed constantly into an aspiration. Millions of people volunteering to be unpaid, around-the-clock human data feeds. Teaching the machines how real humans talk, move, react, and live. Silicon Valley found the cheat code. Don't pay for data. Make people want to generate it for free. Make it a lifestyle. So here's where I've landed. AI is starving. It cannot survive on its own output. It needs you. The realest, most predictable, most human thing left. And instead of asking, they rebuilt the whole culture so you'd hand it over with a smile. Google Glass asked permission and we said no. Kylie didn't ask. She just made it cool and it worked. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll be having more deep dives like this coming soon. You all have a great day. Catch you in the next one.